change to round the wicket. First sort of proactive move we've seen Sri Lanka this morning. Maiden over.
ये जवानी है दीवानी जरा पीछे मुड़ के नाचते बहुत अच्छा है
फैमिली में सबको अपनाना भी तो दिलदारी है माजा पिलाओ अपना बनाओ
ये जवानी
है दीवानी
जरा पीछे मुड़ के नाचते बहुत अच्छा है
फैमिली में सबको अपनाना भी तो दिलदारी है माजा पिलाओ अपना बनाओ
It's pretty chilly and everybody wrapped up at Old Trafford. Jamie Smith moves to 90. Plenty of drift for the left armour this morning, unsurprisingly given the strength of the breeze. As you can see, his trousers flapping in that strong breeze. That's why the leg slip and the short leg are in. Brought in then for Gus Atkinson. Pretty good from Shear. Drifting in on a threatening line, just holding up off the surface, so short leg goes to silly point. Opening half hour done, a very poor one from Sri Lanka, 284 for 6.
रणजी के क्या मैचेस चल रहे हैं ना?
क्या?
कौन राजू मैचेस?
कीर्ति के इस क्रेज को दोस्तों ने क्रेजी समझा तो वो पहुंची फेसबुक।
लीग का फॉर्मेट चेंज होना चाहिए ना?
उफ, क्या लोग निकले हैं यार। टेस्ट क्रिकेट की बुराई मेरे होते हुए ईस्टर्न डिवीजन के स्कोर्स नहीं मिल रहे।
रुक जा, एक दोस्त है।
और सिर्फ बातें नहीं, अपनों जैसों का साथ भी मिला। Get more into what you're into. Facebook.
The lead now 48. Not been a great first half hour to say the least for Sri Lanka. Body language poor, time keeping poor. Now, Stuart Broad mentioned they don't want to just be bowling the odd delivery at Gus Atkinson. They've got 5 deliveries at him now. They can bring some fielders up, build some pressure. Sri Lanka seem to be just drifting along here. They were excellent yesterday. Good morning, Kumar. What have you made of Sri Lanka in this first half hour?
So again, a quick update about the short leg not having his gear on first thing in the morning. You want quite a professional feel from the team and your fielders going in. They've been frustrating. But I think one of the key things is Sri Lanka really had to get to grips with how they're going to dismiss these batters. Jamie Smith, Atkinson. Seemed a little bit confused with their field setting, really, in terms of the left-arm fast bowler. I'm going to use the angle from left-arm over, go across them. What field do I set? Do I need a third slip for Gus Atkinson? I'm going to make him drive with more an offside cover. How do I get Jamie Smith off strike? Do we use a short ball once in a while to Gus Atkinson? Just seems they've stuck to the same plan without nuance or a change for different batters. And the more this lead builds, it's just 49 at the moment, but with Jamie Smith there batting so well, Atkinson and Potts both can bat. These passages of play are going to be very important. And the captain has gone to the umpire to check the ball. They're learning quickly, Nasser.
Learning from England. England in the Ashes last summer, the last game of the Oval, got it changed. Next one zipped around. Newer one. I was saying, nope, it's fine. .285 for 6.
अब लोन प्रोसेसिंग में इतनी देरी की ये सब ना तुमसे नहीं होगा
लो तुम ही कर लो
इधर आओ क्या बात
फाइनेंशियल एसेट्स का प्रमाण देना है इस वजह से लोन अटका है
देखो अकाउंट एग्रीगेटर से जुड़ अकाउंट एग्रीगेटर बैंक इत्यादि के पास उपलब्ध आपकी वित्तीय जानकारी को आपकी स्पष्ट सहमति से ऋण देने वाली वित्तीय संस्थाओं से साझा करता है
पापा इट इज सो इजी
आरबीआई कहता है
जानकार बनिए
सतर्क रहिए
Field goes up to the spinner. Really take his chances. Different situation now. Sure, we'll be thinking about that 100. a leg gully there with that drift for Jayasuriya. I wonder if this skids on. He's got to be careful, Atkinson. Danijay De Silva himself just tickled one down the leg side off that shear. Leg gully waiting, now moves to a leg slip. Stuff nicely, just hit silly point on the hand. And I've heard a little bit with the goal go down. The silly point is there. Try. A little bit shy, stretching that far forward on that front foot. Perhaps if one sticks and jumps, might go there, but it's more a distraction than an actual catching area, and he's now gone. Physical danger. Ollie Coleman, captain, straight out of short leg. Yeah, very good in there.
बदलने वाली Any special tips for a beginner?
पाउडर में थोड़ा गर्म पानी डालकर फेंटो।
दालचीनी से स्टर कर Now level up. Filter coffee. और जैसे बात बढ़ती गई, बात बनती गई। रौनक, मेरी स्पेशल वाली कॉफी पिला यार। Get more into what you're into. Facebook.
And the pitch, as at times in the last 2 days, is not doing a lot, and then suddenly something will happen. There haven't been maybe enough bouncers bowled, whether the bowling attack's quick enough to use that, the slower balls, Yorkers. Died a bit. Which occasionally it just dies. Now that might have been a little cutter where he rolled his fingers down the side of the ball. And sometimes this kind of leads you into thinking that the wicket will come, but that was a good delivery. First time, I think there's been that variation of dragging your fingers across it. They've got to do more and more of it. A slow ball perhaps once in a while to Atkinson as well. It's nice to have a tail that can bat, even though it's long. Doesn't put any pressure on Jamie Smith, any extra pressure really to go into all-out attack mode. Happy to trust his partner and motor along.
because of the rain the last couple of days. We have some revised session times. 1:15 lunch been pushed back. 4:10 tea will finish. 6:30 plus an extra half hour. 287 to 6. Forecast is decent this afternoon. Windy.
चाय पे पले बड़े रौनक की जिंदगी बदलने वाली थी।
ये भी अच्छी हो सकती है।
Any special tips for a beginner?
पाउडर में थोड़ा गर्म पानी डालकर फेंटो।
दालचीनी से स्टर कर। Now level up, filter coffee. और जैसे बात बढ़ती गई, बात बनती गई। रौनक, मेरी स्पेशल वाली कॉफी पिला यार। Get more into what you're into. Facebook.
Aggressive cricket baseball is the way they've adapted. And Brendan McCullum talked about the more they play, how they get better, they'll understand. When to attack and when to be smart. They've understood that singles are as good as boundaries if you're going at the right run rate. Haven't looked frustrated. Actually settled in. Good signs from an England perspective. Pace of play hasn't been that exciting as we saw with that yawn, but can be an exciting 2.5 days to come.
Oh, yes, oh, yes.
Oh, just about got his bat down in time. Shear was hoping it just clips that front pad and then LBW in play, but it just missed it.
Come from me.
Out leading edge.
Talked about the drift, the leg slip in play, all a little bit quicker as well. Play in front of your pad and go straight off the edge. Bad hand to that leg slip. It's really well bowled, good thinking.
At the moment, the inside edge at threat drifting in. 288 for 6. But obviously,
इस मिट्टी पे घर वापस अब बेटा घर जिंदगी में एक ही बार बनता है भरोसा रखिए घर मजबूत ही बनेगा
एक है मौका इसमें सब लगाऊंगा अपने इरादों से मजबूत एक घर बनाऊंगा
भिजवाना सिर्फ अल्ट्राटेक ही क्यों
Hello. What's your name?
Mufasa 孤児として育った彼はいかにして does number one cement
Back to the hotel, wanted to check on him, and standing outside his door, you could hear this thud against the wall. Went in, he's taking a cricket ball and he's bowling it against the hotel room wall just to test his finger out.
Check volley at James Anderson, Milan
Rathnayaka on at the Jimmy Anderson end.
We saw Brent McCullum and Ben Stokes on the balcony and talking about the trend that they've set. The way they played this particular test match, and perhaps at times against the West Indies, that a natural evolution of the game for them, not just try and dictate terms all the time, but just play as the game unfolds as well.
Yeah, there has been a reset 55 between Smith and Atkinson. Two Surrey boys going well together in the middle. There has been a reset. Trying to be a bit more ruthless, especially with the bat. And it's obviously a slower scoring ground, this, with this outfield. Just bounced a bit.
I saw a stat that said that the attacking shot percentage from England has dropped, but Ben Stokes' personal attacking shot percentage has risen. But it all goes well for all the cricketers to come, especially facing up to sides like Australia and India sooner.
.290 for 6.
चाय पे पले बड़े रौनक की जिंदगी बदलने वाली थी। Any special tips for a beginner?
पाउडर में थोड़ा गर्म पानी डालकर फेंटो।
दालचीनी से स्टर कर। Now level up. Filter coffee. और जैसे बात बढ़ती गई, बात बनती गई। रौनक, तेरी स्पेशल वाली कॉफी पिला यार। Get more into what you're into. Facebook.
Feeling that Atkinson wants to do something slightly more expansive. If Jayasuriya can just toss one up with a little bit of flight, get it above the eye line. Sneaking down with the drift and the angle. Not sure it's straightened enough. May have been two noises as well. I think it's got a lot going for it.
That's why sometimes I find this short-leg fielder, the position that he's now, seems to be actually accommodating for that leg slip rather than being in the right position. He needs to get square into his crease.
I think also you can bowl too much for that leg slip and silly mid-on. Just bowl your normal line and let the natural variation of the drift and the ball do the rest. Stump too straight here, Jayasuriya. Targeting leg stump, still target middle. That was his strength yesterday. Constantly pitching in line, hitting the stumps. Offered him the single, and he'll take the single, and he'll keep the strike. 291 for 6.
रणजी के क्या मैचेस चल रहे हैं ना?
क्या? कौन राजू मैचेस? कीर्ति के इस क्रेज को दोस्तों ने क्रेजी समझा, तो वो पहुंची फेसबुक। लीग का फॉर्मेट चेंज होना चाहिए ना?
उफ, क्या लोग मिले हैं यार। टेस्ट क्रिकेट की बुराई मेरे होते हुए नहीं। ईस्टर्न डिवीजन के स्कोर्स नहीं मिलते।
रुक जा, एक दोस्त है और सिर्फ बातें नहीं अपनों जैसों का साथ भी मिला Get more into what you're into Facebook
Still have that man deep on the third man boundary, quite square, so Atkinson can just take one on the offside if he wants. Goes in front of square.
Rothesay has bowled well. He hasn't had the same zip as us Fernando. Feedback was that he bowled really well in the warm-up game. Also some exceptional deliveries, but of course different pitches for warm-up games, different quality of pitch. This for a test match. Old Trafford's always good, hard, firm, more bounce and pace rather than sideways movement. The result, he struggled a little bit.
Run also going down the leg side. Umpire just waiting to see if they take the review, which they haven't, and then he signals the leg by. That's why it's going way down. Clip leg side. The outfield is slow, so he'll only pick up a couple, but that is now Jamie Smith's highest test score. He moves to 97. He left in this over. 95 he got. The last test, Edgbaston.
It's been an exceptional run of form for Jamie Smith for his debut. Post as well. He's a very, very good player. Calm, great temperament. Showing again, batting in a tough position, but he's up for the job.
Has to wait a bit longer. 294 for 6.
चाय पे पले बड़े रौनक की जिंदगी बदलने वाली थी
इतनी भी अच्छी हो सकती है